Hello, once again, you're welcome. All right, guys, how you doing? I believe you guys are doing fine. Today, I want us to discuss on a very crucial and important topic, which at all. Today, I want us to discuss on an important topic known as the impact of HIV and AIDS. The impact of HIV and AIDS globally. I've seen the reason why I decided to discuss on the HIV and AIDS and its transmission because of the high prevalence, and I've seen some misconception about HIV and AIDS related disease and issues because a lot of people are discussing about there are medicine that are being released for HIV, for the treatment of HIV. I want to tell you this, that there's no cure, there is no permanent cure for HIV disease currently. There is no single drug. Scientists has yet to arrive at a particular drug for the treatment of HIV and AIDS. The drugs that are currently using are for viral suppression and to minimize complications in HIV-related diseases. All right, the World Health Organization and the CDC as well as the NCD estimated that 39.9 million people are currently living with HIV and AIDS globally. And about in 2023, 1.3 million newly HIV was diagnosed. That is, in 2023, about 1.3 million people were newly diagnosed of HIV and AIDS. About 630,000 people died as a result of HIV-related disease. 26 million HIV-related disease comes from the sub-Saharan Africa. That is to say that Africans has the highest HIV prevalence globally as of 2023. And currently, HIV prevalence in Nigeria is one of the utmost important and concern because HIV prevalence in Nigeria is about 1.9 million people are currently living with HIV and AIDS in Nigeria presently. The National AIDS Control Agency, that's NACA, reports about 1,400 new cases of HIV-related disease every week. Can you imagine? That is, every week, about 1,400 people contract HIV on a weekly basis. Wow. When you look at the figure above, you discover that Nigeria has the highest HIV prevalence globally. Here in Nigeria, the South has the highest HIV prevalence, followed by the North Central and then the East. The South has the highest HIV prevalence in Nigeria, followed by the North Central and then the Northeast, and then the Southeast. The above figures or statistics shows that Nigeria has the highest HIV prevalence in Nigeria. Currently, the Geneva, that is the US Food and Drug Administration and Control, on the 18th of June 2025, that is this week, has released a new long injectable drug known as lenacapavir for HIV prevention up to 6 months. That is, this drug has been released by the US Food and Drug Administration and Control so that people should to minimize the prevalence of HIV and AIDS. That is, you can inject this vaccine for up to 6 months. This vaccine can last in your body up to 6 months for HIV prevention. That is, once this vaccine is being injected into you, you cannot contract HIV even if you come in contact with an infected person. Though I want to tell you that HIV, there is no permanent cure for HIV and AIDS currently, but the US are doing their possible best to bring down the prevalence or high prevalence of HIV and AIDS. And then The UNAIDS has developed 95-95-95 mission. That is to say that 95% of people who have HIV should know their HIV status. That is the first 95. And the second 95% shows that that's 95% of people who are diagnosed of HIV and AIDS should be initiated or placed on treatments. And the last 95 shows that that's 95% of people who are placed on treatment are virally suppressed. Alright, on the above statistics, you will know that the non-governmental organization, that is the UNAIDS, the NACA, the CDC, the PEPFAR, the CIHP, the EPI, and so on and so forth, mentioned them, are doing their possible best to ensure that HIV prevention and other related diseases are controlled. The PEPFAR, that is President Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, originating from the US president. That is, this office is saddled with the responsibility of donating funds and to initiating tasks and role and possible measures to HIV prevention and control globally. Alright, there are possible ways in which we can control HIV. Please follow me on my next video to know details of preventing measures and control and what step-by-step measures to know HIV prevention. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for following me on my page. I still remain, and I am, and I will forever be Igban Elijah, your medical entrepreneur. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.